Good morning students, I am Jubaira Molvi. In the last two classes we already discussed about clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer from the lesson heat. Okay, today we learned about transfer of heat. Okay, let us start. What do you mean by transfer of heat? That is, heat flows from a hot objects to a cold object. Hot objects, here hot object to a cold objects, or heat flows from an object at a higher temperature to the another higher temperature which is at a lower temperature. This shows of heat is known as transfer of heat. So what do you mean by transfer of heat? That is, heat flows from a hot objects to a cold object is known as transfer of heat. It means heat flows from hot object to a cold object. And for example, if you dip, if you dip a steel spoon into a cup of hot tea, the tea becomes, tea is hot. That's why if you dip a steel spoon into a cup of hot tea, then what will you find? The temperature of the spoon rises and it becomes hot. In case some of the heat contained in hot tea has been transferred to spoon. If tea is hot, then it transferred to the spoon. So it is example for heat of transfer. Okay, is it clear? Okay, let us move next one. That is, when the two objects attain the same temperature, the flow of heat stops. If there are two heated objects are there, that time heat will be transferred from then the flow of heat stops. This means no heat will be transferred from one object to another object if the temperature of the two objects is the same. If the temperature of two objects are same, that time the flow of heat stops. Okay. Next, there are three ways through which heat can be transferred from hot object to cold object. How many ways? Three ways, that are the conduction, the convection, and by radiation. So these are the three ways through which heat can be transferred from hot object to cold object. Let us see first one. It is your first one, that is by conduction. In solid, heat is transferred by conduction. If it is solid objects are there, then heat transferred by conduction. If it is liquid or gaseous means heat is transferred by convection. And if it is free space or a vacuum, heat transferred by radiation. So these are the three ways which heat can be transferred from a hot object to cold object. If it is liquid substances, then heat transferred by conduction. If it is solid substances, heat transferred by convection. If it is free space or a vacuum, then heat transferred by radiation. Okay, let us discuss all three ways of heat transfer. Before starting that, let us see what do you mean by conduction or insulators. Conductors or insulators. What do you mean by conductors? Are materials which allows conductors are materials which allow heat to pass through them easily. Heat to pass through them easily means conductors. For examples, iron, aluminium, copper, etc. are the example for conductors. What do you mean by insulators? Which do not allow heat, to pass through them easily, is known as insulators. Conductors means heat can pass. Insulators means heat cannot pass. Example for insulators are wood, plastic, glass, rubber, air, water are the examples for insulator. Just you have to observe this. These all are the examples for conductors, because aluminium, iron, copper, metal, these can pass heat. That's why these are the examples for conductor. And examples for insulators are, that is wood, plastic or plastic glass, glass and glass. So these are the examples for insulators, because they do not allow the current or heat. And one more question, what is the difference between conductors and insulators? Conductors means heat can pass, insulators means heat cannot pass. So examples for conductors are iron, copper and aluminium. These are the examples for conductor. And insulators, we can write rubber, eraser, scale, plastic scale, wood. These are the examples for insulators. Is it clear? Okay, next one. Here one activity, that is heat water is just you have to take a heat water in a small pan or a beaker. Collect some articles such as steel spoon, plastic scale, pencil and divider. Dip one end of each of these articles in hot water. For example, see this diagram. Just you have to take one beaker, and inside that you have to put some materials that are conductors and insulators. For example, plastic scale, pencil and divider. You can take a pen. You have to dip one end of the materials in the hot water. Then wait for few minutes. Now touch the other end. You have to first, it's your experiment, take one beaker and put hot water, and inside that you have to put some insulators and some conductors, and some are plastic scale, steel scale, eraser, divider. Now you have to wait for a few minutes. Now touch the other end of the things. What will you feel? Do all the substances conduct heat easily? You must have observed that the metallic pan, for example, divider, metal scales, for cooking as a plastic or a wooden handle. Can you lift a hot pan by holding it from the handle without getting hurt? So if water is hot, the one end is hot means is transfer heat through one end to other end. That's why the end of these objects, other end also feels hot. Is it clear? So here, that is table 4.3. You have to take first steel spoon. It is made up of metal. Does the other end get hot? Steel spoon is an example for conductor. In the conductor, heat will pass easily. That's why it is heat. If it is rubber, take a steel spoon means plastic spoon. It is a plastic. That's why does the other end no heat. Is it clear about this activity? Okay, let us move. What do you mean by conduction? Conduction, as you know about the conductor means heat can pass easily in that object, is known as conduction. Then what do you mean by conduction? Conduction is the process by which heat is transferred in solid. So it is a very easy definition. Conduction is a process which heat is transferred in solids from other hotter end to colder end. Other hotter end to colder end. Conduction means solid. Okay. For example, just you have to take an iron here, iron or aluminum rod strip. Just you have to fix wax. These are the waxes on at the equal distance. Clap the rod on a stand. You can attach this aluminum to the stand, or you can take like this also. It is a aluminum or a metal rod, and you have to take using the help of bricks, and this is a candle, and these are the waxes. If you have a stand, you can take this one also. Hit the other end of the rod. Just you have to hit this end of the rod, and the wax pieces begins melt. See here, they are melted and falls down. They are melt and falls down by heating one end. This shows that heat is transferred from the hotter end to the colder end. See here waxes are there, wax, and this is candle, burning candle. Here wax are there. If you heat one end, the heat will pass through the colder side. That's why the wax melt and fall down. See, like this. That's same. Here also using bricks. The metal rod is there and candle is there. There is a wax. If you heat one side of the rod, the heat will transfer. Heat will transfer from cold side. Then the wax will fall down. Is it clear about this conduction of heat? From this experiment, we will show that heat is transferred from hotter, it is hotter end to colder end. Hotter end to colder end. This is known as conduction. So, what is the definition of conduction? The process by which heat is transferred in solid. Solid means here this is solid. So, solid from hotter, this is hotter end to the colder end is known as conduction. Okay. Next one, transfer of heat. What do you mean by transfer of heat? As you know, transfer of heat means heat flows from a body at higher temperature to lower temperature. That is higher temperature to lower temperature. This is called transfer of heat. It is a simple definition of transfer of heat. That is heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to a lower temperature. This is called transfer of heat. As you know, there are three different ways, that is conduction, convection and radiation. Okay, let us move. Next one, that is convection. What do you mean by convection? The transfer of heat in liquids or gaseous. The transfer of heat liquid and gaseous is known as convection. The transfer of heat in solid means the transfer of heat, that is we already discussed here. What is that? The transfer of heat in solid from hotter end to colder end is known as conduction. Next, convection means the transfer of heat, that is liquid and gaseous is known as convection. Okay. The molecules, that is the molecules of the liquid or a gases that the near of source of the heat get heated first. They becomes lighter due to the heat and move upwards. The colder particles beginning heavier that the place, and this process continuously until the whole liquid or the gas gets heated. That is why the air above the flame of a candle always feels hot, but the air on the sides of the candle does not. Okay. See this diagram here first. Here is the warmer molecules and here is cooler. So this is red one is hotter molecules and the blue one is colder molecules. When when we heat the substances, that time the molecules of the liquid and the gaseous, that the near of the source means heat is here, near of the source heated and they becomes lighter due to the heat and moves upwards. The colder particles moves, that is the colder particles begins heavier, take the place and this place, and it means the lighter due to the heat. It means the molecules of liquid or a gaseous that the near of the source of the heat get heated first. It becomes lighter due to the heat and moves upwards. And the colder particles moves downwards. Is it clear? If you heat any objects, first near the sources, that is near the sources of heat get first heated and they move upwards, and the colder particles moves downwards. This process will continuously in the heating, that is heater particle moves upwards and colder moves downwards. See here, heat upwards and colder downwards. That's why the area above the flame, this is the area above the flame of a candle always feel hot, but the reason on the sides of the, wait, this candle experiment we will see. Before that, just another example for convection. What do you mean by convection? Convection is the process by which heat is transferred in liquid and solid. So another activity is just you have to take a small water in a round bottle flask. Round bottle flask kept in a tripled stand. It is a triple stand. Put a crystallized, that is potassium permanganate in it and heat it in a burner. You have to heat it. The water at the bottom becomes heat and rise up and colder becomes top moves down. This water becomes hot and rise up. Cold water from the top moves down. This process continuously until whole water get heated. This process is known as transport by convection. Is it clear? Hot water moves like this and cold water moves like this. This process is known as transfer by convection. Next, convection in air. Convection in air. Just you have to observe these diagrams. Convection in air. What do you mean? In the air, near the heat sources gets heated and rise up. See here. This is in the convection rise up. The air from the side moves. It takes place in this way. The air gets heated. If you keep hand above the flame, if you keep one hand above the flame and one hand that is on side of the flame, the hand at the top, that is feel hot. Just you have to observe here is a burner and a convection here is there. That time you have to keep one hand on your above the flame and another one is side the flame. Okay, the hand top of the flame, it feels hot, and the side of the side hand, that is side hand, is it we feel hot or cold? The top of the hand we feel hot because the air moves heated by convection. The hand at the side does not feel as hot because there is no convection here. Is it clear? This feels hot and this do not feel hot because the convection is here. That's why the hand of the top of the flame get hot or feels hot, and this side you can't feel hot. See another example. Take a candle, keep one hand above the flame. So it is same example like last one. Just you have to take one candle and keep one hand above the flame and another one side of the flame. Okay. Next, if not, which hand feels? Do your hands feel equal hot? If not, which hand feels hotter and why? As you know, the upper side of the hand feels hot because the convection is like this. That's why upper side of the hand feels hot. An important note, that is, be careful. Be careful, keep your hands at a safe distance from the flame so that they do not get hurt or burn. Notice that towards the top the air gets heated by convection. Therefore, the hand of the above flame feels hot and the side of the hand feels hot. This is convection, and air does not feel as hot as at the topper. Is it clear about this all? So let us see here what do you mean by convection and convention. Convection and conduction. See this one. This is known as convection and this one is conduction, because conduction means solid. It transferred in solid, and convection means it is in liquid. Is it clear about convection and conduction? Conduction, that heat transferred in solids, and convection means heat transfer in liquids and gaseous. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about radiation. Until, take care. Bye bye. Thank you all.